Okay, y'all. I'm gonna have to take back my criticism of the Mark II design for the Space Marine armor in Horus Heresy. I was super critical about it, but having the miniature in my hand, it actually really is nice. These are really nice models. Yes, they have the same poses as the Mark III and the Beakies before them, but the posing's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in the accuracy, you know? And these are not the same designs as the Mark II before, but they are lore accurate in the way that Mark III, the armor that we know as Mark III or iron pattern armor, is really just Mark II with extra plates of armor added onto it. And the miniature designers of Mark II and Mark III really showed this on the miniatures, right? And I was wondering why certain aspects of Mark III look the way that they do, but now seeing Mark II, I was like, oh, okay, now this makes sense. Okay, so if you look at the model, first things first, if you look at just the profile, you'll see that Mark II is thinner and a little bit more sleeker than Mark III. And it's really just because there's extra plates of armor all over Mark III in comparison to Mark II. If you look at the legs, there are two clips. It's like one right here and one right here, and it's on the other side too. Those clips are so that extra armor can be added onto the leg armor, which is why if you look at Mark III, the armor projects outward to the side a little bit and it's more flared. It's more flared because it's just extra armor added onto the miniature. If you look at the belt design too, that skull belt on the Mark II, it's the same belt that's on Mark III. It's just covered in more armor around the belt. If you look at the chest on Mark II is closer to the body. But then if you look at the chest on Mark III, it's flared out. And I was wondering, like, why is that so flared out? But when you think about it, it really is just extra armor added onto the miniature or the body of the armor. If you look at the arms as well, the the elbow is pretty bare, and so is the forearm. But with Mark III, they added an extra plate of armor on the elbow and on the forearm. If you look at the shoulder pad for Mark II, the trim goes inward and it leads to the actual shoulder pad. But with Mark III, you see that the trim and the shoulder pad itself are on the same level because both are just reinforced. If you look at the power pack as well, you'll see on the Mark II, there's this little power generator below the fan, but on Mark III, it's covered. And you'll see the power inner workings exposed where that it's covered here. It's really because Mark III is really just Mark II with added armor. And that makes these models really, really nice. So I take back my negative opinion on the Mark II.